Hello, welcome to the Mark Janard Show, the cybersecurity show. In this video, we're going to break down radio hacking 101. Basically using a Raspberry Pi SDR with a CaribouLite. Okay, so without further ado, let's get right into it. We're going dark. So hacking with a Raspberry Pi SDR and CaribouLite involves using software-defined radio technology to explore and manipulate radio frequencies. Now here is how to get that done. Now first, let's talk about setting up the hardware. So mount the CaribouLite hat on a Raspberry Pi with a 40-pin GPIO header, not compatible with Raspberry Pi 5. Power on the Raspberry Pi and wait for it to boot. Now, in regards to installing the necessary software, clone the CaribouLite repository and install the drivers. And Peter, please put that code on the screen. Install additional software like SOAPy SDR, GNU Radio, and GQRX. Now, in regards to exploring radio frequencies, use GQRX or SDR++ to scan and analyze radio frequencies from 30 MHz up to 6 GHz. Okay, so after that, you're going to want to experiment with receiving various signals such as FM radio, amateur radio, or even key fob transmissions. Now, advanced applications, build custom radio applications using the GNU radio, right? Implement replay attacks on key fob transmissions. Now, that's only for educational purposes only, okay? Don't be out here wilding, guys. So explore direction finding or GPS synchronization using the PMOD expansion. Now, remember that the CaribouLite SDR allows both receiving and transmitting signals, opening up a wide range of possibilities for radio experimentation and hacking. However, always ensure you comply with local laws and regulations when transmitting radio signals. Now, here are the best practices for setting up a replay attack with a Raspberry Pi and SDR. So setting up a replay attack with a Raspberry Pi and SDR involves several steps. Now, here they are, but before I talk about them, please take a moment right now to hit that subscribe button and the like button. If you got what you came here for, right? If you got what you came here for, please take a moment right now to hit that subscribe button and the like button. So the hardware setup. Use a Raspberry Pi with a 40-pin GPIO header. Again, it's not compatible with the Raspberry Pi 5. Now you're gonna have to connect an rtl-sdr dongle to the Raspberry Pi via USB. Attach a wire antenna to GPIO pin 4, pin 7 on the Raspberry Pi for transmission. Now the software installation is as goes. Install the necessary software packages. Now Peter, please put that code on the screen. Install additional software like again, we talked about it, but gotta say it again. The SOAPy SDR, GNU radio, and the GQRX for signal analysis. Signal capture, use SDR software, like the SDR pound to identify the target frequency. Record the raw IQ data of this signal using the rtl-sdr. Now the signal replay, you can use RPI-TX's send-dic, right, command to transmit the captured signal. Ensure the transmission frequency matches the original signal. Now, there are some legal and ethical considerations that you're gonna have to consider, right? Only perform replay attacks on devices you own or have explicit permission to test. Be aware that this technique may not work on modern vehicles without rolling code security. Now, here are security precautions that you have to take into account as well. Use a secure SSH connection when controlling the Raspberry Pi remotely. Consider using a portable power bank for mobility. Now, testing and verification, right? Start with simple OOK, which is on-off keying, modulated devices in the 433 MHz ISM band for practice. Verify the success of the replay by observing the target device's response. Now, lastly, here are some some key tips and trends for radio hacking in 2025. You have the Universal Radio Hacker, the URH, which remains a powerful all-in-one radio hacking tool in 2025. It offers capabilities such as locating and recording signals, converting signals to bits, reverse engineering at the protocol level, identifying fields and their lengths, comparing, different transmissions, modifying and retransmitting reverse engineered signals. Now, some advanced techniques that you can use is, you can focus on reversing both analog and digital signals to obtain flags and capture the flag style challenges. You can learn to attack real-world targets by reversing firmware, finding vulnerabilities, and exploiting them over the air. There's the master SINGINT, right? The signals intelligence techniques to effectively scope and target specific signals. Now, the emerging trends, you have, you can explore hacking possibilities in emergency communication systems that still rely on ham radios. Investigate vulnerabilities in Internet of Things devices using, radio frequency, basically RF communication. Study industrial signals and protocols with a particular focus on the LoRa technology, okay? So that is what I have for today. If you got what you came here for, please hit that subscribe button and that like button. So if you got what you came here for, right? If you're leaving full, if you came here hungry and you're leaving full, please hit that subscribe button and the like button. Also, please let me know your opinion in the comment section below. Now, when they say radio hacking 101, right? There's a whole bunch of things that go into it. Yes, you can use the SDR, but basically, radio hacking, it kind of originated from supposedly the early days of wireless communication, with one of the most notable incidents that occurred all the way in 1903, right? The event known as the Great Wireless Hack of 1903 took place during a demonstration of the Macaroni's wireless system at the Royal Academy of Sciences in London. So Neville, which was a 39-year-old British music hall magician and inventor, was responsible for pioneering this hack. So Neville, who was skeptical of Macaroni's claims about the security and exclusivity of his wireless system, set out to prove its vulnerabilities. So as Macaroni prepared to transmit a message from Cornwall to London, Neville intercepted the communication. He sent his own message in Morse code, which began by spelling out the word rats, followed by an insulting limerick. So this incident demonstrated that Macaroni's supposedly secure system could be compromised, challenging the inventor's claims about signal tuning and interference prevention. All right, so that's a little bit of knowledge in that regard. All right, see you in the next video.